What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of Cyber Dragon on a budget. If you missed episode 1, make sure you go check that out. It is up on the channel. We started out with $75. We made a competitive-ish Cyber Dragon deck, and we played 3 games. Well, it's been about a week, and now we had $10 more to put into our deck. We're going to show you those changes and kind of talk about them briefly in just a moment, and then we will once again go find 3 games to hop on into and play, and then, well, that's it for another week until we get $10 next week. We're going to continually, slowly build this deck up. This series is to help any budget players, any new players who don't have a whole lot to spend on their decks, just as a baseline, as a little bit of a guide, as an option that you can choose to follow. Huge, huge, huge news, guys. We are partnering up with Dragon Rider Championship Games. Links down in the description below. Very, very good gaming group. If you want to play online tournaments, it is one of the best places to do so. We are proud to be working with them now. We have all kinds of future projects planned, and we will start to hold some tournaments in that group as well. Highly recommend checking it out. If you don't like the current format, guys, they have amazing rogue tournaments where the top decks are not allowed, and this changes with every format. So no matter what, if you're ever tired of the format, come check out the rogue tournaments. Let's throw the deck up on the screen. So as we can see here, we actually have a side deck now. It happens to be the 6 cards that we took out of the main deck because, I mean, we could definitely stay over 40 if we chose, and I figure you might as well throw them in the side until we start to accumulate enough cards that, well, our side deck matters more. But for now, might as well at least keep them there. So those are the 6 cards that we took out. I felt like a couple more hand traps would definitely be good, and some good going second cards. Call by the Grave is nice in theory, and it helps to play through hand traps, but you need to open it in a one of. It's just not reliable. The deck, we're really focused on winning turn 1. That's how we took out the Overflow. Foolish and Repair are kind of consistency cards, even Fear to an extent, but the deck wasn't really lacking in those areas. It was wanting to be able to resolve our Infernal Reckless summon, which is a win con, so we added Rev System and Monster Reborn, and then also adding in the going second power cards in Mind Control and Pancratops. And then, like I said, a couple more hand traps, so it is a graveyard reliant format, so we went with our Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansions. So these are our 6 changes for as of right now. If you're following the deck and building something similar, by all means, if you want to play 41 and keep that Kaiju, keep the Repair, keep the Foolish, even the Overflow, if you want to go to 41 to 43, personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Some people don't like it at all, but for me, it's really not a big deal. So there we saw the deck, the changes. Let's go ahead, jump on into 3 games, and hopefully we get some competitive decks. So here we go, we got our first competitor. I guess ignore the pixelated background. We did not change that from our last little project we were working on. We had a Blue Eyes deck, and if you want to go check it out, by all means, go check it out. So this hand already is amazing. We got core 2 extenders. 1 for 1, we're probably not going to use it all, but we do have a hand trap and Ghost Bell. Also going second, there's a lot of power cards. Machine Dupe, Infernal Reckless Summon, Overload Fusion, Dark Ruler No More, Kaiju, Pancratops, Mind Control. We have so many good cards that we could top deck into here. It's really crazy. And what are we going against? Gravekeeper. Okay. Okay, not Gravekeepers. Pendulum. So, okay, Pendulum, Gravekeeper. I mean, that's kind of obvious already. Interesting. We'll see if he sticks around or not. Necro Valley, we can play through Necro Valley. Necro Valley and a few negates, that might be a little tougher, but so essentially negate any card that would move a card in the graveyard to a different place. Well, guess what? We're on a budget here, and we can't afford Galaxy Soldier yet, so that's not going to stop those plays for us. And then we get the 3rd counter, so now Endymion is going to get his effect. It'll be interesting to see exactly what they finish with. So he will have the 1 negate. 1 negate, no graveyard maybe. And Cyber Dragon. Okay, I'm not too worried here. So, I mean, and let's see, he does negate the activation. Yeah, negate the activation, destroy it. Downside, Necro Valley actually would stop the cyber emergency. So keep that in mind. Not letting us go here. Not too worried though. I mean, we have so much already going on. We can like 1-for-1 our Cyber Dragon and summon Naxter, and then revive. We can't revive it because of the Necro Valley. So let's try and bait the Endymion. Naxter, like I said, is going to be a little redundant here. Okay, we do get it. Downside, we can't discard to add it back from graveyard because of Necro Valley. Yeah, Necro Valley is just going to negate it, so there's no point in discarding a card to get it. However, we can special summon Cyber Dragon. Normal Cyber Dragon core. We can already beat over the Endymion now, and we can even Cyberload Fusion into our Rampage and pop them. Yeah, and then we can 1-for-1 out Naxter and then go into Nova and all that. We won't be able to attack this turn, but we'll be able to absorb the Master as well. So I don't think we're missing anything here. Twin would be okay. I mean, obviously we're not going to do a whole lot with the Twin, so not the greatest of situations there. Shuffle them back into the deck, get our Rampage, who can then pop. Then we're going to send, I mean, we don't even necessarily need to use the 1-for-1 here, but we can send like core, because we're going to get it back off hers, and Cyber Dragon. So then 1-for-1 the Hertz to special summon Naxter. Now Naxter, actually we can attack for game. So Naxter, revive our Cyber Dragon. And hers, just in case, get our, you guessed it, core from our grave. So here, we're going to assume Pendulum. He probably doesn't have hand traps because most don't. We already used the mill, so he can attack a whole bunch. Here you could go into like a Nova and revive Cyber Dragon, go into Infinity, absorb it, and make your Seeger or whatever. But and not win that turn, but you'd be protected and be in a good position. We're just going to, however, go for a game because that's the whole point of this budget build, is really to win right away. And if we went into, so we wouldn't be able to attack at all because Cyberload Fusion. So we're going to just go for it. Again, assuming Pendulum, it's usually pretty safe to assume Pendulum players don't have hand traps, although he has a float. Okay, we're not worried about adding a normal spell whatsoever because he's not going to get a turn. I do think I am set to match, so I am going to be that guy here in a second and, well, not play out the match because we don't have time for that. That is game 1. Let's try this one again, guys. We just had 3 different people quit on us right away, so it begins. It begins already. EDO Pro people quit. Sit through 3 minutes of them building a board just for them to mess up and quit. It's a little bit frustrating when we're trying to record a video, but let's keep at it, guys. We are 4-0 on the series. Let's start out 6-0. Always make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all those good things. We really appreciate it here at the channel. We lose the die roll. Oh no, at least we like to go second. This hand, he's going to force us. Oh, okay, I thought for sure he'd force us first. Necro Valley. Oh, is this the same guy? Please tell me it's not the same guy. Man, oh man, okay. Necro Valley. Yep, there's the Necro Valley. At least we got, multiple DD Crows. Oh, okay. And there was the machine dupe, too. Royal Tribute, ouch. That was very, very unfortunate. Had he not had that, we would have won because we would search our Cyberload Fusion and just pop his whole field. Mill 2. and get our cards. But it didn't happen, guys. As you can see right here, it did not happen. I think we might be getting our first L, and it's Gravekeepers because, well, we lost all of our monsters. Not that Crow is going to do a whole lot, but it's great discard fodder for our Naxter. Let's see if we can't get this effect to go through. Can't even search our Overflow because of Necro Valley. Depending what his back row is, we'll see here. And Solemn Strike. Oh, man. Not looking good. And we're 2 cores down. Luckily, we have our dupe, so we can kind of go for any of our little Cyber Dragons. And there's going to be a Dragoon. Let's see, 21, 3,000. We're not quite dead yet. We could draw into like a Hers, depending on his back row. Dark Ruler, turn off his board, summon, dupe, make our board absorb his Dragoon, attack over the Commandant. But we shall see, I guess. Otherwise, this looks like our first loss, guys, so it was bound to happen, right? Just to show that we had it. And then very, very unfortunate. You know, I mean, when you get all your monsters ripped away from you and then he's got a Solemn Strike for the other monster that you happen to draw into because you got what you needed, that one hurts, but it's okay. We are still 4-1 on the series. You know, other rogue decks representing. It's nice to see them, but it would be kind of nice to play against a meta deck eventually on the series here. So we got a different guy, different name. Match 3, episode 2. We're almost done. Thanks for watching. DD Crow, Dark Ruler. Okay, we got our core. Well, emergency, fear, and dupe. He does nothing. And Overload Fusion. Awesome. This card lets you play through disruption so well. Now we search out our Cyber Dragon core. Since he doesn't have much of anything yet, we're going to summon it. And now we chain fear, right? But it conflicts with dupe, so we can't. So you might as well not even use it. The card's just dead. Right? That's how that works, right? Okay, so I mean, we could have chained fear, search, rev system, made like our Seeger, rev system back our core, but we're not going to do that. We're going to play smart. Overload Fusion, or Cyber Load, wow, Cybernetic Overflow. Now let's see what he does. Now he's going to Ash it, and we're just going to cry. That's the one nice thing about if you do put your fear and then search your rev system, at least then you have a little bit better footing than as opposed to if he, you know, ashed that machine dupe. That would have hurt. So now, why waste more time? We're going to make our Seeger. We really don't even need to like get too fancy. We can just make our Nova. And Infinity. Obviously you can extend more and do all that good stuff. Overload Fusion. Normally I probably would have cut out this replay and actually looked for a different one because not really anything happened. But like I said, I've had so many people quit on me, guys. I'm really ready to just be, you know, done with this episode. So we are going to just push through. Seeger, we are going to flex though and swing for a whole bunch. And there we go. That's the win. Thanks for watching, guys. Episode 2, episode 3 will be up. I already have a lot of good ideas for possible changes and things we want to save up. Sadly, we didn't really bankroll anything, so we pretty much have the $10 allotted for next week, which means we're not going to get Galaxy Soldier yet. But honestly, have we needed it yet? Like, really, have we needed Galaxy Soldier? I don't think so. Maybe we'll do a pure Cyber Dragon deck profile without a budget for you guys coming soon. Let us know down in the description below. What cards do you think we should go for next? Yeah, and let's see what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.